Hi everyone, welcome to Majesty's House of Music. Kindly remember to subscribe to our channel if you have not done so. Today I'm going to talk about my advanced C major course, and I'll post some extracts of the course so that you can see what to expect if you decide to get this course. Now, this is not a free course, it's for those of you who want to invest some amount of money to be able to advance your piano playing. We post our free lessons on our channel, but we have these courses for those of you who want to go further. Now, in the advanced C major course, you're going to learn about advanced application of major chords, minor chords, diminished chords, augmented chords, with accompanying song examples to help you understand those concepts. If you are interested to get the course, please check the link in the description below the video. You'll find a link to my website. You'll also find my contacts for those of you interested to get the course. So I'm going to post some extracts of this course so that you can get the preview, and then I'll expect to hear from you if you are interested to get the advanced C major course.
Welcome to Majesty's House of Music. Now, this is the third part of our DVD. In this one, we looked at major chords in the previous lesson. So for this, we are going to be looking at minor chords. Now, for those who have absolutely no idea what a minor chord is, so we'll start from the basics. So this is a major chord. It comprises of the 1, the 3, and the 5 on the major scale. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 3, 5. So if you wanted to make it minor, what do? You just flat the 3. So that becomes a C minor chord. So you have a C major, you have a C minor. So now you ask, okay, so how do I use that in my playing? How do you even use a C minor? So you see some. So basically, you ask, how do I use a C minor chord in the key of C? Maybe you've never seen anything of this sort. So let me show you how you use it. Now, there is this particular movement that people like to use. So, no, flat, the movement we call it a flat 6, flat 7, 1. So, flat 6, that's A flat. So, A flat major chord. So, to the B flat major chord, to the C. So you ask me, okay, so how do I even apply now this C minor chord to that movement? So let's check how you can apply it. So instead of you playing this all the time, so instead of you just playing this, so make it now, instead of you just playing this A flat major chord, sometimes they use this Ra. So that's what you're hearing. Then you could use this as a passing chord. So that's exactly what I'm playing. So B flat, A flat, B flat, then C. So it's basically the same three chords. So you have A flat, B flat, and C. So you can play it as much as you want. So instead of you playing that all the time, check out this. So you see where I used the C minor chord? So instead of me playing this, so I played the C minor chord. You could extend it. Okay. You see, I can even cross my finger. So you have that on your left hand. Basically a G sharp perfect fifth, A flat perfect fifth. Then that's a C minor chord extended. So you have G on the top and at the bottom. So something like this. Okay. You could even, if you apply this voicing that we used in the first part, you could apply it on the key of A flat. So make it sound something like that. Then you have. You see that? That sounds much better than Majesty's House of Music. Now, this is part 4, I think, of a DVD. Now, in this one, let's just look at quarter chords. Quarter chords. Now, let's see how you can apply quarter chords on the key of C. Now, there are some of you who have absolutely no idea what a quarter chord is. Now, basically a quarter chord, let me explain this in a simple way. So let's start from the major chord. So this is a C major chord. Okay. So this is a C major chord. Now, if that's the C major chord, we have something like C suspended 2 chord. Now, how do you form a suspended 2 chord from this? You just drop this third to the second. So you have something like. Okay, so you have a C sus2 chord. If maybe you wanted to do some other thing, instead of making it a sus2, go back to the major, we could also make it a sus4, which means we sharpen the third to the fourth. So we'll have something like. See that? Now that becomes a C sus4 or an F sus2, but that really doesn't matter. So this is a C sus2, C sus4. Okay? So the main reason I did those suspended chords was to form a basis for what we call quarter chords. Now, quarter chords are basically inversions of suspended chords. Okay? So assuming I play this suspended chord on my right hand, then instead of playing this C here, let me play it here. So you see that? That now becomes a quarter chord. So you see? So instead of playing it like this, I play like this. That becomes a quarter chord. Now, how does a quarter chord apply in the key of C? Let me show you another way you can form a quarter chord. So, ways in which you can form a quarter chord. Number 1, you either invert a suspended chord. Okay? So, a suspended 2 or a suspended 4 chord. So this is a suspended 2. Here it's inversion. Here is its inversion. So then the suspended 4, let's invert it, becomes a quarter chord. Okay, so you have okay. So that's basically a quarter chord. How you form a quarter chord? You just invert a suspended 2 or a suspended 4 chord. The second way you can form a quarter chord, just counting. Okay, so let's take the C major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Okay, so let's take the C. Our starting point is the C. So this is your first. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are going to play a C and an F. Okay, so you have C major scale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then, which is the next note that we'll need to form? Now we will go to the F major scale. Okay, the F major scale looks something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'll take the fourth of F. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That becomes an A sharp or a B flat. Actually, it's a B flat. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have C, you have F, then you have B flat. Okay, so let's now get to the use. So basically that's how we form a quarter chord. Let's say you want to form another quarter chord starting from the key of A. Let's say you just find out the major scale. So what's the major scale of A? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So A and D. Then go to the D major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So anyway, so that's your quarter chord. That's just how we form a quarter chord. So where do we use these quarter chords? Let's start with this one. The C quarter chord. Okay? So where do we use this? Let me show you something. Now this one is going to be about diminished chords, diminished seventh chords, if they are diminished, any other type of diminished chord. But basically we are going to dwell on diminished and diminished seventh chords. So how you can use these kinds of chords to embellish your playing in the key of C. So let's start from the very basic thing. So this is a C major chord. We said earlier, if you wanted to make it minor, you drop the third. If you want now to make this diminished, you just drop the fifth. So this one becomes a C diminished chord. Okay, so in the key of C you can use so many other diminished chords which are not necessarily C. So let's do a run through of all the diminished chords you have. So you have the C, the C sharp. We're just moving each tone up by a semitone. The D, the E flat or D sharp, the E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A, B flat, B, and back to the C. So those are the Those are the 12 diminished chords you have on the keyboard. Now each one of these can be used when you're playing in the key of C. So let's start with the first one. So where do you use this C? Basically you use it with its constituents. Like let's say this one has C, D sharp, and F sharp. So basically you are going to use, your bass line could either be a D sharp or an F sharp. Or an A flat. So let's say you want to do something of that sort. So you have your 1, maybe you want to go to the 2, then to the flat 3, to the 3, okay? So that's where you can use that diminished chord. And to make our work easier, we'll now turn these diminished chords into diminished 7th chords. So once you have this diminished, key C, just add the 6th and get the diminished 7th. So if you add that, so you have your C diminished 7th chord. And hypothetically speaking, there are only 3 diminished 7th chords we have on the keyboard. There are only 3. The C diminished 7th, the C sharp diminished 7th, and the D diminished 7th. I say that because all these others are just the same thing. So if you invert a C diminished 7th, you will get an E flat diminished 7th. If you invert the same thing, you get an F sharp diminished 7th, and invert the same thing again, you get an A diminished 7th. So basically the C diminished 7th covers 4 keys: C, E flat, F sharp, and A. So same to C sharp. C sharp now covers C sharp, E, G, and A sharp. Then the D covers D, F, G sharp, and B. So basically you have 3 types of diminished 7th chords on the keyboard. So now instead of us doing what we were doing, make it diminished 7th. So okay, welcome to Majesty's House of Music. Now this is going to be the last part of our DVD. So in this part we are going to do a second demonstration song. Still on the key of C. So let's choose a simple song that everyone knows. Let's say we are going to choose your Alpha and Omega. Simple song. It's known pretty much worldwide. So this is the melody of the song. Simple. So that's the simple song. So that's the simple melody of the song. So here is the bass line, the 1 to the 2 to the 3 to the 4, 5. One, then 3, 6. So that's pretty much 5 over the 4. Then to the 4 itself, 3, then to the 4, to the 2, then 5. That's a 1 over the 5. Then back to the 1. So that's a simple. So that's the simple melody of the song. So let's see what you can do with it. So this is how you're going to play it. So this is just suspended chords. It's like, or you could use quarter chords. So, okay. So A, then G, C, F on your right hand. Quarter chord. Take each note up by a tone. So you have B, then A, D, G. Then to the 1. So 6, 7, 1. Then you could do something like this. Actually play it from there. So I have E, F, A, and C. That's basically an F major 7 chord. Something of that sort. Okay. Then on my right hand I have D, F, A, and C. So that's 2. That's the 2. To the 3 we are going to use a quarter chord. So you have E and C, then D, G, C. That's a quarter chord. Then that's basically a C chord. Okay. So what do I have on my right? I have a 6 chord, A minor. So, and like I taught you, these 3 notes fall at the same time, then that. Okay. So then on my left I have F, C, and A. So then to the F chord, A, C, F. Maintain the bass line. So I have D, G sharp, and C on my left hand. Then I have F diminished chord. So D diminished chord, I mean. So you have F, G sharp, and D, that inversion. So this is the diminished, then I'm using that inversion. So G, C, D on my left hand, then I have E, G, C. So that's a 5 over the 1. Then so you have E, A, C, E on my right hand, which is a minor chord. That's welcome to our, is it 7th or 8th part? But we are going to be doing a demonstration song on this part. So all that you have learned in this DVD is going to be applied in this part. So we are going to play a simple song, a common hymn, Amazing Grace. So this is the melody if you've never heard the song. So the melody is quite simple. So let's play it one last time. So this is the progression, starts on the 1. When I'm playing the melody, my left hand voicings are very crucial. So again, I'm trying to help you eliminate the mentality of 1-5-1. I'm trying to help you eliminate that mentality. So my voicings are very crucial. So I start with the 5 to the 1. So see my left hand voicing. So C, G, and E. Then yeah. Then so E, D, C, then back to E. So, and my left hand is E, C, and G. So D, C, then my left hand voicing is F, A, F, C, and A. So, or F, E, and A. Then A, G, back to C. Then so 5-1. I'm using some kind of a grace note. So A and E on my left hand. See what I'm doing with my left hand. See that? So basically that's the melody of the song. So we are going to use some of these tools that we've learned in this DVD to embellish the song, because you can't literally keep on playing like that. You are really going to sound like Like someone who's just been taught how to play that song, or someone who doesn't know much of their way around the keyboard. So this is how we are going to play it. Now, first version, I'm assuming you don't have a bass player. Okay, so you don't have a bass player. So this is how you will play. So you will play that chord. So that's C, G. So you will start with G. So that's it, G, C. But I'm bringing this C up from the B flat. So then I'm playing that chord. So you have C, G, D, and E.